And hello and hello and hello. I am Sunny Glover, your host for this weird web series, or like just random string of videos that probably don't make sense to most people. But for those who it does make sense to, and I'm not insulting anyone's intelligence, I'm just saying that I'm not very good at explaining things, and some of these ideas are quite complex. So maybe the way I explain things isn't easy to understand, which I will continually endeavour to improve. Words, tip of the tongue. Anyways, so yeah, as you know from the last video I put up, there was a weird daydream I had this morning. I was trying to sleep, keep getting like blueprints of flashes of things in my brain. So I drew some of this stuff down, as you know. This is it. It's the compact star drive. It's like a palm-sized, collapsible version of that big-ass fucking void aperture engine that I was designing. It's a lot safer because it's smaller, and obviously portable technology and compact technology is preferable to something that's massive and, you know, weighty that you have to lug around and becomes quite what's the word? There's a word for it. Not very functional, basically. But the main point of this video is the next step to it, things that plug into this engine. So like the purpose of it, so people don't just freak out and be like, oh, what is it? Is it a bomb? Is it a magical gate to another universe? What is it? Is it a scene out of Hellboy? Anyways, the Proto drive. So the Proto drive, you can't really see it very well. That's my bad. But you see, here's a little cube-looking type thing, and within the cube, there's like in the walls of it. Obviously, it opens. There's a little like platform type thing in the middle. What happens is the energy that comes out of the star drive goes into the Proto drive and gets shaped into proto matter, which is like prima materia, a type of liquid that can be shaped by sound and geometry, vibrational, fucking whatever you call it, measurements. Like cosmic octave type research will be able to help you understand that. References, go back to reference material. The chamber then hits it with a sound according to whatever material you want to produce. Obviously, depending on the size of the chamber, depends on the size of the material amount of the material you can produce at a time. You can literally synthesize anything from nothing, including diamonds to gold, fossil fuels if you're so, inclined, but it'd be kind of ridiculous if you're going to access infinite resources to create limited resources or anything that creates pollution and stuff like that, because you can use this as a clean power source. And because it'll be portable, that size of your palm, you could carry it around, plug it into your car, run a house off of it, you know, put a little power box, plug it in your power box, whatever. You run anything off of it. And so the other design that was there as well is at the bottom here. You probably not very well see that as well. It's like it's just programmed to give off the sound energy wave of water, so that the proto matter, whatever, it gets put into that space. Gets instantly transferred to water. It comes out the tap, so you can have clean water wherever you are in the universe, not just here on Earth. So it's handy for colonizing other planets and shit like that. So you don't have to take water with you to other places. You can make water out of nothing. Bang. And this is all completely possible to do with the body. But this is just for people, and I guess you would say for the slow class. No offense to anybody out there who thinks science is more effective than the old ways, because that's just insulting, and you're completely disregarding everything that was lost. Lost to most people. There are people out there who work very hard to keep it and keep it alive, and I think in the years to come they'll be honoured and respected once people see with science that the shit that they talk about and do is completely true. And everything that everyone's done in the past couple hundred years to disrespect these cultures and these ways of thinking and living, people will realise is actually being quite counterproductive. I'm not trying to create any guilt. I'm just saying that for us to move forward, we have to accept that there are ways to understand the universe. It's a holistic process, and it doesn't matter if you want to look at it through science, spirituality, metaphysics, physics, however you want to look at it. It's one truth, one understanding, and it leads you to understanding the universes outside of our universe, high dimensions, whatever, and the presence of God in these high dimensions. So this also is able to prove existence of God. But the Proto Cube and the Proto Tap are two of the most interesting things that I think the potentials for this technology, because it, like I said, it can provide, let's say, a small Proto Cube could make some sort of synthesized proteins, a carbohydrate mix that you could live off as if it was like a space food sticks, you know. Also, the Proto Tap could create pure, clean water, probably cleaner than anything we have access to on the planet at the moment. Even, who knows, that it would have zero, like, you know, all this other extra shit. It'd just be pure H2O, which is good for the system and whatever. And if it needs to have any extra fucking whatever, you know, it probably can be adjusted at some point to add the water to have some extra health benefits or whatever. All this potential is there, all of it. There is also more. I have some designs here for a portable battery, or like a home battery. So if you have this drive, you can charge the battery that powers your house on it, and then if you need to take it out and plug it into your car or whatever, especially if you have one, you can do whatever you need with it, take it anywhere, and it's, like I said, multifunctional. And if you have, let's say, a like the Proto Drive, Proto Tap, then it makes life super functional, to the point where you can literally make whatever you need without having to take it from the outside world or mine it or destroy natural resources or whatever, or even, like, you could just let the ecosystem return to control of itself instead of, you know, because you can make wood with this if you want. You can make any type of wood you want. You can make any type of stone, as long as you know the complete geometric makeup to it, the vibrational measurements to the structure of the atoms and everything inside, how everything needs to sit and how everything needs to be composed to take up the shape of that matter and become that specific shape and form of matter that we know as whatever it is. It could be, like I said, it could be anything from like some sort of synthesized food and survival material to like wood, steel, gold, anything that we've been tearing the earth apart, we can actually synthesize with this, as long as we understand the composition of it and how to, like, if we can reproduce the geometric pattern and the vibrational fucking atomic structure and all that kind of shit of matter in another space, and then keep that sound and then hit the proto matter with that sound, it'll translate that proto matter into that matter. That's the theory, which is the idea of technological alchemy. So it's moving to a step where all of the schools of thought included, because you can't understand how this kind of stuff works without understanding that this kind of technology, the reason why it has no potential for destruction is because, obviously, one, being small, if somebody does fucking overuse it or whatever, I don't know how that would work to overuse, but if you do somehow cause it to malfunction, it would probably implode or explode quite harmlessly because of its size. Also, the energy that this uses is more closer to the energy that runs our own body systems and shit like that. So I honestly think that it's completely possible that if I make this right, or this is created right, you could probably even touch the aperture with your finger and you would just get like a little bit of shock of energy or something like that. It wouldn't even hurt. You just feel the sensation of like maybe cold or warmth or static, like static electricity, maybe something like that. Yeah, and like I said, from there, potential is endless. There was some more to come. But yeah, the Proto Drive, Proto Cube, Proto Tap, Proto Matter, Prima Materia, all that kind of shit, it's all there. There's a lot of old tests that I mean to dig up soon and dig through. For all the peeps out there, like the 4chan and 8chan dudes with fucking super brains, there are some stuff that you might want to dig into, some old pseudo-scientific stories that were published as like the discovery of certain things, and like the histories of certain things, or the story of certain scientific or fucking compositions, whatever. Anyways, within these things are hidden allegories, not just these things, but a lot of poetry and stuff like that in the world. The arts hide the secret to the future technology, because it's kind of something we've done before, but not. It's hard to explain. This goes back to the temporal memory videos and all that kind of stuff, and just keeping the best of what was lost and chucking the rest away, not keeping the destructive shit. I will do another video to explain that, but in the meanwhile, I've got stuff to get back to. Much love, and peace be upon you all, especially in the times to come, because fucking the world looks crazy at the moment and who knows what's going on, but I got faith in everybody. We can do this. Your day.